everyone, Tiniestofchibis here, and we are back with Genshin Impact. Sorry, my brain is trying to register. What the fuck was I doing? Because I was playing this, like, late last night, early this morning, depending on how you view the time. Why shenanigans? Oh, right. So upset. I was trying to get another Varka, but I ended up fucking getting Jean. I wanted the actual Grandmaster, not the fucking acting one. So, pretty annoyed. Because I was trying to see one Varka, and I got fucking Jean. So fucking rude. God, how am I gonna do this? I'm gonna start doing the... There's 4. Okay, how many is that? Math. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6. So I vaguely recall. So there's these. We're gonna do most of the mixing ones. I think I'm going to do a total of like maybe. We'll see how many I can do actually. Because I kind of want to do Varka slightly on his own because I saw a video of somebody doing it, and it was like almost 15 minutes or so.
Wonderful. Now I can order without worrying about ending up with one of the logistics company's specials. The type of drink that keeps you awake all night, leaving you no choice but to pass the time working. That's right. I'm just a carefree librarian now.
Ugh. I should be playing D&D, technically.
If only there weren't so many people with overdue books, and I didn't have to go door to door to get them back. I would have dropped by to chat with you sooner, and try out your delightful creations, of course. Let me think. I don't really have a favorite drink. Just wrestle me up something rejuvenating that'll lift my spirits. And if it could help me nod off to sleep later, that would be even better.
So we gotta make drinks. So that we're making everyone booze almost. Well, almost everybody. So we make them a drink. They're like, "Oh, this is a good drink, but I don't like it." And then we talk to them, and then we're like, "Okay, I'll make you a fancy drink for you." And so then we, sorry, my brain. I really, like, it wasn't a lie. I told him I've been out of it, which is not completely a lie. I mean, I was thinking it was a lie, but then the more I think about it, I'm like, I have been kind of passing out randomly. Like, I've been, like, extra sleepy, if you will. I've been pretty sleepy. You know, the one thing I find weird about these drinks that they make, like, some of the ingredients we use don't make sense for the coloring wise. It's like, what? How does that make sense? You know, I put
Here's a snow-kissed dawn. I hope you like it.
It's delicious, cutie. Pleasantly tart, sweet, but not cloying, smooth on the palate, with a refreshing aftertaste.
You know,
If anything, though, I seem to be feeling a little more energetic than I'd like. Perhaps you've unwittingly unraveled Glenfiddia's secret and concocted an even more effective pick-me-up?
Should I tinker with the ingredients?
Don't worry, there's no rush. Your eyes are aglow with curiosity, as though you have many more questions to ask. Let's chat for a while. Take your time. Inspiration will come soon enough.
Okay, so basically we choose topics depending on what it is, blah 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 blah.
Since you're asking, it's been a bit of an unusual day. There's a chef, fresh out of training in Fontaine, who's recently taken up a position at the Goth Grand Hotel. She borrowed our most valuable book, the Mondstadt Millennial Compendium of Desserts.
Okay, so I believe, I don't know if I've done this for an event or if it was a story quest, because I remember it very well, but I can't quite remember if it was because it was a story quest or if it was an event situation. Because I know I've played it on the main, probably played it on the main account. Not too sure on the side account. That's the problem. I'm going to play this shit twice. I walk. Utensil. Where the fuck are my utensils? In the microwave. I just need a fucking fork. Fork looks like funky. It's heavy. Anyway, what was I thought process? Okay, so yeah, I don't know. Oh, I should. It's fine. I'll suffer and eat it. Plain. Anyway, so in one of the quests, we end up dealing with this chick, for a bit and stuff. So I do remember this fucking thing. Again, I don't remember if it was a sword. Son of a bitch, there goes my fucking fork. But yeah.
Apparently, she plans to use dessert-making techniques to improve the taste of various savory dishes. Something about reducing their greasiness.
Stay away from my fucking thing. That isn't
Indeed. And judging by the results, she rather overdid it with the caramel sauce. What should have been fragrant meat slices ended up tasting nauseatingly sweet. Caramel sauce is such a fantastic ingredient, you know? It never fails to please when added to drinks. Sometimes, I even add a spoonful to my afternoon tea. Improving food, I suppose, isn't always about being as creative as possible.
Plain rice. It's fine. Do I like this fork? I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can still hear me. Because I use the dishwasher, right? I don't know, it's weird. But whenever I'm sure about like a utensil, I don't know how to do this. Like, and I'm talking about like the plasticware that you buy, because I can reuse it. I just throw it in the dishwasher and it cleans. If I'm unsure about it, I usually like run it across my face, like not my whole face, but like the lips, and depending on how it feels, like if it feels weird, I usually consider it dirty. Because there's like it should feel like plastic. And the reason why I run it over my lips is just to see if it's clean or not. Why do you bother me, cat? But yeah, this is explaining how this shit works. Shut up. Oh, no, I have tea. I was like...
Oh, this? That was for another of today's little errands. A large contingent of the expedition team will be returning to Mondstadt soon. They've been away for such a long time, so there's a good chance many of their tastes have changed. Jean asked me to visit some of their families to try and get a better understanding of what new ingredients might satisfy our knights' changing preferences. Well, they've all devoted their blood, sweat, and time to protecting Mondstadt. They deserve some care and respect in return. Based on what I gathered, the most requested ingredient was cacahuatl from Natlan. It seems like our knights have developed a taste for cocoa. In their letters, many of them mention that they rely on cocoa to keep themselves energized. I've tried hot cocoa myself, and I must say, I find it just as effective as coffee when it comes to staying alert.
I don't know about that. I feel like warm chocolate milk, it's enough to soothe in the soul, but whatever. Another sign that Lisa's a freak.
Surely you're not suggesting I'd take this opportunity to sneak off on a little countryside wander. You caught me. My investigations into Mondstadt's lesser-known drinks took me to Dawn Winery, where I had a little chat with the head housemaid, Adelind. On my way back, I ran into Emilie out on patrol. She'd encountered some monsters she didn't know how to deal with, and in her desperation, asked for my help. I accompanied her on a detour to Wolvendam to teach some raving hounds a lesson. It's been a while since I've had such an invigorating workout.
You are being a pain in the fucking ass, you know that?
Lately? So careful with your wording, cutie. Is that because you think that I, too, might have changed since we last met? Or simply because you can't remember?
Oh, travel room already.
Not bad at all. A flawless answer. Back in my student days, I might have been drawn to every new and exciting ingredient I read about, constantly expanding my horizons and stepping out of my comfort zone. But now, I've grown accustomed to a life of comfort and routine. To paraphrase a certain Leo-Ed legal expert, my life is fast approaching a state of living out one's golden years in peace and comfort. I'm no longer so easily moved by adventure and excitement. I'm sure you remember, a few years ago, when we were adventuring together, you found me that sweet-tasting alchemical ingredient. Well, my tastes haven't changed a bit since then.
I don't even remember what the fuck she's talking about, honestly. Hmm. Sorry, drink. Ugh. Place a small gram. Garner. Figure out how to record the folks. What's the bill? Oh.
As expected, cutie.
I know, like, this doesn't fully matter. But, I don't know why I was like, what if I add cocoa? Okay, so it, but, okay, so I was just wondering what would happen if I did that. Because I just did the thing as instructed, so. Meh. Trying to hurry it up. I'm just gonna cut them all into big pieces because on my, like, whenever I got a chance to cut into like any other thing, I would always fucking hit the tiny pieces, but it's more clicky. And I bore. So whatever fucking glass I put it into, it's going to give me that. So I'm gonna try to keep putting it in the large containers whenever possible. At least I think that's what it is.
Finished. A new creation, custom made for you. This should help you fall asleep quickly and guarantee you peaceful dreams. It's called a slumbering rose.
From the colors to the choice of glass,
I think I put it in
everything's been carefully crafted. You've turned it into a completely different drink. Based purely on appearance, it's exactly my style. Time to see how it tastes. Full marks. It's like savoring an exquisite dessert before taking a stroll along the shore of Cider Lake, with a gentle breeze caressing your skin, relaxed and at ease. I no longer feel drained of energy, but neither am I overstimulated. I'm actually starting to feel a little sleepy. As a bedtime drink, this is pure perfection. So good, in fact, that I feel like writing an article to extol the virtues of the slumbering rose. I can use it as an opportunity to crown you the new maestro of mixology.
Might be taking things a little too far.
Speaking of lakeside strolls, why don't you join me next time there's a clear, warm day, when the sun is bright, but not too harsh? Any walk would be more relaxing with you to talk to along the way, cutie. Then, when we get back, you could fix me up another glass of slumbering rose.
I wish there was an option. Like, I don't want to do that.
And I'll make just as sure to hold you to that. When the time comes, I won't accept any excuses.
Honestly, I refuse. Oh shit! I forgot. I totally forgot. My book is outside waiting for me. El Scucci Lagato. You are in the way-o. Move, cat. Okay, I was worried. Food. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Ah! I was moving a basket. Forgot. My dumbass. I was like, why the fuck is this shit so fucking heavy? And then fucking moving it, the detergent in the basket, shift it. Ladies. Stop. Ah. I touched it with my hands. I touched it with my hand. Not really, but I just don't like the feel of metal. Okay, so I think I have another chance to go for another drink. Another person's drink thing. What time is it? Yeah. It's been like 20 minutes, so I could probably do another one. But also, if I stop lollygagging about, I could probably get it more done-ish. Oh, it's Emilie.
I didn't expect the honor
Don't
of
care too much about her.
witnessing your harmonizing talents here in Mondstadt.
I'm going to unplug myself real quick because I'm going to be moving about. What dearie? But so I need both hands, and I don't want to be holding the controller, so I'm gonna unplug myself. So
Both, actually. A lady calling herself a mage asked me to come manage her flower shop. At about the same time, the Cat's Tail commissioned me to create a new fragrance for their establishment. Ending today's busy schedule with a drink crafted by you in person is truly a wonderful reward. I have faith in your choice.
Okay, plug back in so y'all can hear me now. So the book I got was the volume 1 of Scarabania of the manga and stuff. So I'm like, yay! I almost missed it. So I had to go get that because that was outside. So I was like, oh no, super happy. That's kind of spoilery. This kind that me mentioning it kind of dates. Well, not yes, no, maybe somewhat dates it, I guess. It's a pretty color, not gonna lie. But yeah, so I'm so excited to get this new book. Ooh, book. I love getting new books. I gotta make some room on my bookshelf, but I might have room. We'll see.
Care to give this a try, Miss Emilie?
Your artistry is truly a pleasure to watch. This tastes like a local variant of a Lumideuse Twilight. Am I right?
You're spot on.
The gentle and elegant taste, with its distinct layers combined with a hint of Mondstadt's characteristic scent, offers quite a welcoming flavor, all the while avoiding potentially discordant aromas. Though in reality, there's no need for you to be so conservative. I have quite a high tolerance for flavors that stray outside the boundaries of conventional wisdom.
Should probably a bit. Say more.
Your drink was nice, but it would be perfect if you could make one with a little more depth. A cocktail that shows off your unique understanding and enhances my impression of Mondstadt. If you need time to mull things over, perhaps you might find inspiration in a little light conversation?
Working process. But everything would.
Oh, thank you for asking. It's been going well, though this trip to Mondstadt has presented some unexpected challenges. When I first got here, I was relying on a copy of An Overview of Aromatic Substances and the Human Senses to identify promising local ingredients from the Mondstadt region. To my surprise, my trial fragrance, which used valberry as the primary note, proved far too sweet in the context of a tavern, relaxing people so much that they ended up feeling drowsy. The bartender with the beautiful ears, for instance, fell asleep right at the bar.
They're talking about Diana.
Let's just say that sweetness isn't always a case of the more the merrier. Maintaining an appropriate balance is beneficial for both body and mind. Even in daily life, I rarely eat sweet food, and I try to avoid fruits like berries that have a high sugar content. In the end, I completely eliminated valberry as an ingredient and turned instead to windwheel aster, with some success, I might add.
Oversweetness. Complications, blah blah blah. I wonder if there's bouquet. Scratch.
They're part of my reward from the flower shop owner. Important ingredients for making perfumes. Thanks to these, I was able to complete my commission for the cat's tail. I studied Mondstadt's Cecilia flowers many years ago. In fact, the fragrance of Cecilia in certain fields has become synonymous with Mondstadt itself. However, this is a special case. Some cats are quite averse to the scent of Cecilia, and we need to be particularly mindful of their preferences.
It's kind of funny that the cats don't like Cecilia, and where is Cecilia? Venti. Who's also allergic to cats? Venti. I think. I think that's very sus. They put like a whole shit ton of it. Like they didn't. You should have cut that part out, didn't they? They put the roots in the fucking food. I'm not sure that both minutes fine still.
Windwheel aster. The various parts of the windwheel aster plant can be ground into a powder to extract their essences. I then blended the scents from its petals and leaves. The result carries the intoxicating sweetness of mead, while still emphasizing the fresh notes contained within the flowers, stems, and leaves. I just took it for a little trial run at the cat's tail, and the cats seemed to really like it, while the clients themselves found it comforting and invigorating. Extracting exquisite fragrances from ordinary overlooked ingredients? Oh, that's what truly brings me joy.
And then, oh, probably should check the thing. I gotta associate it with something, but not yet. The weather! Classic topic. That's what I feel like the start with a classic ice cream.
It really is. A while earlier, I watched a whole run of fair weather clouds float by, fluffy as pillows. It's not overly humid either, and the wind is gentle too. In such conditions, one's sense of smell is heightened, but not to an excessive degree. When scents are blended well, they naturally combine with the ambient context, leaving particularly powerful impressions.
I realized the scents were still affected by the weather. Fascinating.
It seems something similar is true for mixology. As long as you choose a base of appropriate strength, the various flavors will blend seamlessly together. When mixed properly, all the ingredients work as one to create a most wonderful symphony for your taste buds.
The use of the combination of flavors is key.
Yes, that's it. Now I think about it, layering distinct flavors doesn't really suit my personal preferences.
Mix thoroughly. Seems like a good choice. Which one haven't I talked about? I think this one?
Usually, after work, my friends from the Maison Gardiennage sometimes treat me to a few drinks. I usually stick to fruit tea. That way, I can get straight back to work after our gatherings. If it's before a holiday and my friends are in high spirits, I sometimes order a small glass of sparkling fruit wine. There was an officer named Tirena who used to treat me to aged Corte wine. But since she was transferred to the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol, we haven't had the chance. In the world of science, high-proof alcohol is a widely used solvent. I've grown well accustomed to the smell of it by now. Besides, when I'm slightly tipsy, my state of mind changes, which in turn alters my approach to perfumes. It doesn't matter if the result is good or bad, it's all about trying something new. So I don't mind drinks with just a little bit of alcohol, but I don't like anything too strong.
So she can take the booze.
just from our brief chat, you've already formulated a new concoction. Perhaps you possess a natural talent for this kind of creative work.
You know, I just remembered. Some people are being so grumpy. Because they were like, weren't happy with the this event, which I think is dumb. Another fucking piece? With the fucking root still attached? I've gotten 2 fucking green onion slices. Pieces. Or white onion, or what is that fucking thing? I think it is green onion. You know, the sticks. Like the stick onion. But yeah, so I've found 2 pieces with the roots still attached. I don't care for her that much. Like, I chopped it to itty bitty bits in my main one, but I don't care too much about her. Emilie's gonna be nice enough to shake it super hard. The Lord. Lemon slice, a star, and the berries. I feel like having a slice of lemon, it looks prettier. It's like a little sunset shenanigans. It's kind of funny though, they just stick that shit and it's like beer. I think that actually does look nice with that in there. I don't know, I feel like it doesn't look as nice because it's like dipped in there. But the garnish should not be something that kind of, because small lamp grass is kind of like a flower, and we have yeah, maybe I should do that, because there's already other flowers in there. Make it a more monster-y drink. So very monster.
Here you go. A new and improved Emilie-inspired Lumidouce Twilight. I haven't come up with a name for it yet.
The colors are cooler and more refreshing, and the fragrance is delightfully subtle to match. Are these bright specks on the surface the crushed petals and leaves of windwheel asters?
Feeling yourself?
I'm sure it must taste wonderful. Let me try. In the language of flowers, the windwheel aster represents the visible winds. Your cocktail not only captures their form, but also the fragrance they carry. Therefore, I suggest you call this drink Windborne Bouquet. The winds and clouds of Mondstadt swirl together in the glass, leaving behind enchanting traces of fragrance.
Perfect name for the that.
Really? Perhaps it's just a habit of my profession. I'm glad you like it. Now it's time to slowly savor this masterpiece. Thank you so much. This trip to Mondstadt has been so rewarding. This is the most memorable cocktail I've ever had. Once I get back to Fontaine, I will attempt to recreate this moment as both a fragrance and a perfume. Once I've perfected the recipes, I hope you'll do me the honor of being the first customer to experience these new products. Until then, I look forward to seeing you in the Court of Fontaine.
I'm trying to do a thing I hate. Oh. You know, with that, we're going to end this episode here. So, I kind of hope that we're not going to end up. I like how that somehow. Anyway, yeah. Let's see. I'll probably finish. No, we'll do more of the things next time. But yeah, for now, Tiniestofchibis is signing out.